webantu wenkosi. Hey, ngake ngagileka yezwayini. Ngake ngagileka bangigila igoda elide eliqinile lingaqaqeki lebhumshaka. Yalas. Ngabhecwa ngobubende inyama ngakaze nje ngize ngidle. It's a metaphor. What it means. I was accused on something that I did not do. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a story time. If you are new here, kamalami usphelele xulu. And don't do a mistake of not liking this video, commenting on this video, and subscribing. And do not forget to click that notification bell, because when I upload another video, you will be notified. And if you are a returning subscriber, we my VIP, ginivulela a red carpet as I welcome you and saying ginithandela for the continuous support. Nyantanda. Let's start the story. Before starting this story, ngifuna understand ukuthi sizoba side. So it means that you're gonna need at least a bev, something to drink. I am going to be drinking my tea, my Herbalife tea with alu, kiabanda. So you can pause and quickly get to your bev, and then we cheers to your bev and start the story time. And wena muntu omsha yazi khona lento kwakukhona okhozini kwakuthiwa kwakuyishow yayithiwa ukhozo olumaphiko phela kuthiwa khona umuntu omsha kwakukhona ngeSunday. When a new person who just came, I'm just going to give you 2 seconds for you to click that subscriber button, and next door there's gonna be that bell that you can click, so that when I share another story, you are notified that this Pele is in the room, and then you sit down and then you get your bev. Those who already has got the notification, I'm sure they are busy now making their bev, and then so that we can start with the story time. Ne? Asqaleni ne. Oh, le ngxoxo lesizoyiqoqa la, le story lesizosixoxa esaxabanisa uxaba noxule eqhibeni ngenxa yale ngxoxo lesizoyiqoqa yamaxoxo. Izohamba kanjena ke, kuzoba khona yazi ukuthi uma ubhale assignment, when you are writing assignment, there is a topic. Already we have seen the topic that I was accused of something that I did not do. So sizawuthi background. After background, we will go to the introduction. After introduction, we just go to the body now of the story. Sibe ne climax the story sethu ke bese siya conclude. We are going to conclude and tell me exactly ukuthi, was I wrong? Did I do something wrong on that particular event that took place where I was accused of? The background here ke ngoba topic sesiyibonile. The background. I was this. Okay, I'm gonna give the background of the relationship with the person that I'm talking about, or the person who's going to be part of this story. I think he's gonna be a main character, but I was a support character on this story. This is a very, very good friend of mine. I am coming to share my side of the story. And ngiyamthanda ngisamthanda namhlanje futhi ngiyomthanda ngize ngife. Yadiva. Okay. When I was doing what you are normally now doing grade 11, me now I was doing standard 9. And some of you maybe were listening to this story, maybe when you did form 4, or me now I was doing standard 9. So when I keep on saying standard 9 and grade 11, you must understand. I'm just trying to make sure that all the generation understand when this happened. Yeah, God, I'm sure you understand. Here I know I've got different generations. I did standard 9. I feel it. If I had the English. When we're doing grade 8, grade 10, basically standard 8, grade, yabona ke ngizaba confused ngalabo grade nalabo form, but I'm gonna try. So when we're doing grade 10, we were 6, we were friends, we were popular gang or squad. Some will think like we were mean, some will love us, some they didn't, but as Kolapo is not the story. That story is a story for another day. Now we are focusing on this one. Now when moving to grade 11, which was standard 9, there was this new friend or a newcomer that came to our school, who also, obviously, when you come into a new place, you are shopping around and seeing who I'm going to gelling with. So he found our team or our squad as the best place to be with. So he joined us, and then we welcomed her, and then we loved her, and me and I were very, very close. And what was making even worse is that me and I were going into the same class. Others, we were the gang that I was with a previous year. We're not essentially necessarily studying in the same classes, but this one was in my class, and then he became my friend, and immediately when you become my friend, obviously you're gonna be friends with my other friends. So we became friends with this particular person that I have not yet discovered what am I going to call her. But maybe umge, you must know I'm talking about her. Umge joined our squad. He was our friend. Umge was actually been expelled in a previous school, which was he was studying in a boarding school. So now he was staying in our area where we were studying. She was staying with the granny. So she was staying there because she could not go back to the boarding school that she was in the previous year. So she came and studied with us in a very public school called Fidelity Secondary School. This is where I studied. So if you hear that my English is not proper, you must know Koremina, I was studying at Fidelity High School, where there was not even one white person. The only white person was a teacher who was teaching me Afrikaans, which I still don't know even today, the Afrikaans. School up. I'm just giving you the background. How did me meet Umge? Why is my bosom who made me to be accused for something that I didn't know? We met there at high school. Yes, we were friends. And we were, at the time that Mge was joining us, then we were 10. Besi 10 njengeyintombi zeshumi lezi zayilinda umyeni, but umyeni sasingamlindile futhi umyeni akaze efike kuze kube manje. So ke we're still friends with everybody else, and we're still chatting there and there. But again, now I'm one person. If I have a friend, I do not give you conditions to say you must call me every day. I don't do that. You're still my friend. When we meet, we are still having fun. And it happens that now we finish and matriculated, all of us at the same year, obviously, of course. And then, but at the time, we all wanted to go to Durban. I'm sure if you have listened to some of my stories, I wanted to study in Durban, but my marks were not allowing me. They were bad. So I did not get a school or a university, but that's when I opted to go to Free State, which was a very good move for me, because I can imagine what was going to happen between me and all my other friends if we were in the same place. So, but again, I went to Free State after when we were finishing our matric. I went to Free State, so we were not talking now and again. But whenever holidays, I will try and meet with my friends. We chat, and then we have, like, it was always been nice to come back, share stories now and again, chat. And then after Free State, I came to Pretoria. When I came to Pretoria, my friend once visited me while I was here in Pretoria. She visited me just to see me. I also used to come and visit her because my friend ended up not studying, but she was working I don't want to say where, because now some people will know who am I talking about. He was working and mina, I was studying. So I remember there was a time when I even visited her in her cottage. Beautiful cottage. It was very beautiful. You could not even get into her room without your dirty shoes. You must leave them there by the door. And now you'll feel, I can't be on this white carpet with these dirty shoes of mine. You don't have to be told. You can see. You can, if you will see, I can't. So I used to visit her, and she also visited me here in Pretoria. Haibo, umngani, I think this story time now, I'm getting now into the introduction of the story. Angithi ngiphile background ukuthi umngani wami relationship benjani. So now I'm going into the introduction of this particular story. Umnge was a kind of a person that before, even before we left, it was one person that my mom actually used to say, hey, lo mge wakho uya ndrenga uyahlanya. But ke mina nomge nje vele benazi into zakhe within the squad. Amamoods wakhe, she was just doing things that we've never seen. But mina yazi ngoba mina nginenhliziyo enhle, ngiyabekezela. Angazi ukuthi angishadi ngani ngempela ngoba ngiyabekezela. Umuntu ngiyambekezelela. Umngane wami mina namanje ngisambekezelela futhi ngisazombekezelela, ne? I'm still going to be very tolerant friend that I am. So noma ngabe unamamutsi, and some of my friends were not taking it. But mina, I will just, I don't know, I always used to understand. And then today she's talking to me, she's not talking to me, she's not talking to that one, she was just the kind of a person. Now I'm just gonna share about experience with my friend, but I want to be sticking to this story because I'm not getting into the real story. Around 2005, yeah, it was 2005 when Umge sent me an invitation for the marriage, for the wedding that she's getting married. I was very shocked. It was a time when we haven't been speaking for a long time, so I didn't even know who is he going to marry now. Who is this guy who has an audacity on a sibindi esingaka sokushada uhlanya lomngani wami. But ke angithi we evolve, we grow. And then I'm also thinking that hayibo umngani ngiyamaza kusuye nje inhlobo ya submissive engaveli shade manje. Kodwa ke I didn't dwell into that. I was just excited to say I'm going to a wedding, to my friend's wedding. Hayibo, the following day I go to the office. I tell my other friend who's staying in Pretoria, was also in Pretoria. Naye umzulu ayiphuma ePietermaritzburg uthi yey hayibo umngani wami yashada asambe. Ngiphelezele, escort me, take me there. I'm not going alone. Hayi netimu yayikhona ke kwikhadi ke kwaku white and silver. Hayi, that was even more exciting because mina namaline namhlophe hayi kwakuyinto zami ke lezo. Hayi, we go and buy, we prepare for the wedding. Me and my friend, we are going. The day that we were going to Emshadweni, the plan was that we just gonna leave Pretoria when my other friend, Mina was able to leave at 1, but my other friend who I was working with, he was not able to leave at 1, so he was supposed to knock off at 4, sorry. So we planned to leave after when she knocks off. She knocks off, then we pack our bags were ready. Shoo, the plan was to go and sleep at my mother's house, and then the following morning we then going to Mthonjaneni Lodge, where the venue of this event was taking place. Hayi vele ke yithi labo ke sathi full tank ke sathi cooler bag ke safaka ama drinks wethu ke yithi laba going into my mother's house that evening of Friday. We left here around 5, so obviously we arrived at home around 10. We arrived, vele my mom was already sleeping, but he opened and then we slept, and then we already knew that the following morning we are going into the wedding, and it means that we must wake up very, very early, because for me to leave from Emondlo going to where the venue was, which was Mthonjaneni Lodge, is not far from Melmoth, and my friends were staying Ulundi. So now we yithi labaya siyalala vele ke ngovivi likamkhipheni ke we were up preparing ourselves going to the wedding. While we were bathing, my mom was actually was ayinela ke impahla ke thina ngapha siyageza siyadla ayino mama ke. Me and my mom, we always fight with my linen, because we ayazi linen material we ayina ngala ishwabana ngala ayina ngala. So mama doesn't, as much as he like ironing for me, but he must spare with linen, we always fight. But again, this is not the story. Sisasemshadweni siyagcoka siye emshadweni. Hayi ke yithi laba sisendleleni, uyazi ke, let me tell you, if you don't know, let me give you the background of the route going to Mthonjaneni, which is next to Melmoth, coming to Vryheid side. Akunkungu, akumaqhuma, hakuma cave. There are so many caves, there's a mist, and there's also steeps. So it's not a good route. So we had to leave as early as possible. The wedding was planned to start at 9 at the lodge. So sahamba ke mina nomkhozi wami ke, mina imoto ke bengishaya yabo imoto. Hayi mina bengu-driver mina, yezwa yini, futhi ke ngisazodrive, ungadideki, ngisazobuyela nje esondweni. Hayi ke yimi lo yake nge-Ranex yami encane ke sa emnyama, sithi labaya siyehla siyenyuka, sihamba nakancane nini kufoka ama-hazard kunjeya nje, injalo nje indawo yakhona. Baningi kakhulu ke nje abantu asebalala kuleya ndawo. If you are not careful driving there, ashem kuyalalwa ke laphaya. Hayi ke sahamba ke safika ke vele emshadweni ke, safika kahle ke vele on time. Unfortunately shem umngani wami azange ngimbone walking the aisle. Ngafika late, ngafika vele semile laphayana sekushunyayelo. Hayi vele ke kwenziwa kabo I do hey. Hayi I do after I do kwabamnandi nje impela, wabona nje ukuthi hey hayi kumnandi. Kumnandi ziyenzeka nje izinto, abantu kuyaculwa. Ezulu wedding nje kujwayele ukuthi noma ngabe kuthiwa kuse lodge ku-sophisticated, but the Zulu in us always come. And I was very ready nami ukuqala amaculo, starting the songs there. But ke ngafika vele ngafica nje vele kukhama kumnandi. Ubukhazi be-wedding, that white and silver theme, it was on point. Kwakukuhle shem, angifuni qamba manga. Kwakukuhle. Umngane wami ke nje uyayithanda ke nje izinto ezinhle, futhi uthanda into eyidulayo ke nje, eyibizayo. Hayi kwakubukhazikhazi shem, kwakuglamorous, it was beautiful. Hayi mina ke ngiyi-wedding planner, ngiyawuthanda ke vele nje umshado. Ngizwe kahle, I like wedding, not marriage. There is a difference between the wedding and the marriage. Those two things are not the same. And I like the day of the event where people are getting married, where things are looking good and everything is nice. Not now the marriage when now there are so many things that take place behind the scene. That's not me. The wedding was well planned because it was supposed to be, the chapel was there, and then from there we're taking pictures there in the very same venue. And then from there we are just going into a marquee, and the marquee, that's where the program and the, what do we call in nokudla, the starter, the main course, and the dessert, everything was being done there. So the wedding ended up around 2:30. Everything, chapel situation, matrimonial done, and then pictures, then moving straight to the reception, whereby we were just serving the program, and then we were eating by 2:30. I think it was well planned for an event. It was beautiful, on point. The worst part is that I didn't have an idea how this wedding is gonna go. In my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, kuzomnandi kuzoculwa. Hayibo sasilindile kodwa ke vele kwafika vele lezo sikhathi ke nkathi ke benzobo I do yeyi wena kwakucula impela ngoba ngikhumbula ilanga ngizinikela kuwe ngikhumbula yema yema yey umshado lona kwakumnandi guys kwakumnandi sadla ke kwaqedwa ke ngiyakhumbula vele mangifika umngane uyangibona hey lapha from far by the table in front there she was like hey we took pictures kwakumnandi. The first red flag was like this thing yokuthi man. The red flag, the first one, it was when I realized that when we're taking pictures, I see, obviously, I saw only the family because I know I used to visit the family. So already I knew most of the family. And then the next thing is that the first red flag was that when we're taking pictures, but I see that all the people are taking pictures, they are from the bright side of umngi. I haven't been seeing everyone. Maybe I even forgot these people. Maybe I don't even, I have my own thoughts. And then the reception starts, the program starts. In a normal Zulu, okay, it's a norm, it's not a normal, it's a norm that you always have a, sorry about that, alarms and shit disturb most of the time. But yeah, what I was saying is that in a normal Zulu wedding, maybe even in other cultures, I don't know, I will speak about what I know. There would always be in a reception, there would be people from the other side and the other side, the speakers, the friend of a groom and the bride, both sides, they come and share their speeches. If I can remember or recall very well, there was no one from the groom's side who was speaking or welcoming people or saying some good wishes or word of wisdom, nothing. It was just mostly about my friend's side. But the program was just too short and I was tired. Remember, I was driving from Pretoria the previous night. So very long speeches for me. It was not for me on that day. And I just find that program very short and nice, sweet and short, like a mini skirt. But it was able to cover everything. Important parts. I'm kidding. So for me, it was okay that the program was not that long. But it was the second red flag. Where are the people from the groom side? Asidlule. I later on umge umefika ke umge kimi ke sengithi mina ke oh from now what must happen now, because I had my own thoughts of mhlambe ke I had my traditional clothes ukuthi mhlambe the following day we are going uyokwaba isiZulu ke leso part of the wedding of a Zulu wedding kukhona into ekuthiwa umabo, whereby the bride is giving the gift to the groom's family. Umabo uyandlalwa amacansi, kuyaculwa lapha, umakoti uyakhala lapha na yey yacula amaculo kwenziwa yonke lento. Ingqondo yami nje yayisho ukuthi hayi kuzokwenzeka izinto ezifana njengalezo njengokuthi kanti it was dololo, it was not there. So I'm asking my friend what's gonna happen, and then she said no, now we're just gonna go home and siyodla. Kuphekiwe kwami ke ekhaya, kuphekiwe, kukhona intambu, kukhona amadrombolo, kukhona inyama zenhloko, ama-tribe, you name it. And then she said no, let's go home, let's eat, it's gonna be nice. That was the third flag, because as far as I'm concerned, when you are getting married, after you have been, a fucking done that, you can't be going back to your own home. But she act funny, because my mom used to say after getting married, you can't go back home, you must go to the groom's house. But it's different, because sometimes it happens that you do go back home. so that you can get that opportunity of to lie, and then they give you some teachings telling you what is it that is gonna happen when you are getting into your marriage stage now. Not just this wedding, not this my baby that is nice and flourishing today. There's more to come. So there's that part whereby your family is teaching you about those. I'm gonna get to that point, because I'm thinking that, oh, maybe we're gonna go back so that they do that. Ugulaya, ugulaya in Zulu, but it's when they are teaching you, your aunts, your family members, or gogo, everybody, your grandmothers, your mom, everybody would be sitting down telling you what's gonna happen. They would even tell you that, yay, now that you are married, now you can't ask your husband when he's coming home late. You don't ask where is he from. You must just be happy that he's back. You know, all these things that we are conforming on. Yay! Sabumshato, Saba. But again, it's one of the things that we are being taught. It's a lot of them. I can't share all of them because really I have never got to that stage. I have never got to that stage whereby I'm being taught what is going to happen into the marriage. Yeah, but at least I have an idea. I gave you an idea to what did I expect. I expected that when I get to home, maybe, obviously, number one, I was not a bridesmaid. I was just a friend that came to support a friend. I was not. So I was not even expecting to be with my friend for that particular moment, because this is not for a place for people who are not married, whereby they're going to tell you what's going to happen in your marriage. So I was not even expecting that. But again, my friend said, no, let's go home. And we went to her home. And he even told me that now I'm no longer staying where I used to stay, to just follow the convoy. Yes, we follow the convoy with my small car, following very big cars. My friend Gay used to have a very, like, he used to have a lot of male friends with, yabo, abaneyimoto ngikhuluma ngabantu abahamba ngama-Jaguar, ngama-Volvo, ngama-Mercedes, ngama-BM at the time, that could have been used for the wedding. But asikolapho siyeza vele salandela kama-Mercedes nama-Volvo, salandela sashaya leyo convoy, safika hayi vele. It's not far from Emthonjaneni when the wedding was taking place to her home. It was something like maybe in 30 minutes we were there, all of us. And then I got the red flag. Kwakungekho bo pipipi, kwakungane moto ehlobisiwe khombisayo ukuthi umshado. In our Zulu wedding, your car must be showing that this is a wedding car. Even if we are convoying with our hazards with you, and then people can see that these are the cars that are from the wedding. I can sayihambela nje normal. Kwakunomali, kwakuyi-convoy, yebo, kodwa iy'moto zazingahlobeni. No, none of the cars were decorated. Number two, none of the car were making noise like beep, 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 beep. No, we did not do those things. Ayike sahamba-ke safika-ke kaMnge. Masifika kaMnge, mina vele ngithi I'm not expecting to sit with uMnge. uMnge angibiza, hey, come to my bedroom. Hey, mina-ke noMnge wami lo omunye engize naye, the one that I came with from Pretoria, that I have not even named her, ukuthi ngizombiza uba nomngane wami wala ePretoria at the time. And then now uMnge yilo oshadayo. uMnge kathi hayi come. Vele I introduced my friend, sekumnandi nje. And then we were also with the other bridesmaids that was not part of our friends when we were still in high school. It was just maybe a new friend, but I didn't know her, so it was just introduction. Hey, abamnandi. And then we went to my Mnge's bedroom. This is where I think we are starting to move to the climax of this story, or reboot. Vele we get into the bedroom, vele we were being served all the things that we wanted. I vele ke healthy lifestyle for me ayingakangeni emzimbeni, kwangakazi nokuthi khonto enjalo. Mina vele inyama kwakuyinyama idombolo, tribe. Unless I ate everything that was being in my disposal at the time. I would eat as much as I could. Yes, Abu Aunt, they would bring us inyama, itebe, no gogo, all of those like that traditional plate Yamazulu Goko. And then I'll put all these things so that you see what I'm talking about. Then they will bring us into the bedroom. Another red flag, angazi ukuthi number 5 or number 1. Another red flag. It was when then I realized that now I'm sitting in this room with my friend and the other friend and another bridesmaid. There's no older people. It's us. Pelamina, according to me, if we are getting married, we are the most precious thing. We are protector. You must be sitting with the people that you trust, that everybody. Obviously, not that my friend did not trust me, but I'm just saying that you must be closer to your closest family, not just friends that you hardly see, just like me. It was a little bit confusing, but now we are getting into my friend's bedroom, then we eat, then we chatting, and then I'm hoping that at some point they will call and say now she must come maybe to another bedroom where she's going to be probably getting ukuyalwa or whatever the process that has to take place just for the marriage. How? It doesn't happen. It was just me and her and the other friend sitting there chatting, and we really had to catch up, and we got that opportunity for me and her to say what has been happening. Who is this guy? And then he told me this guy is a lawyer, but who is Banbani? I'm asking about Banbani, like the guy that I know that he was dating before this groom now. And they said no, Banbani is about to get married next month. How? Oh, was a because at least now you just got someone. Now it's not gonna be frustrating. You are getting married now, and then he's getting married next month. So, go right, Timos. Go sharp. We are chatting. But I keep on very confused, Uguti. During that time, for about the 3 hours that we sat into the bedroom, I don't remember if the groom called or whatever, or even my friend called the groom just to say, but when you are getting married, you are frustrated. I should be thinking, because I'm a wedding planner myself, so I know that there's so many things that you still have to fix in, because there's another event which is the bride that is taking place later on. I knew that, okay, fine, when it comes to during the day, everything was taken care about the lodge. But now, what's going to happen with the bride now? Because the bride, it's a very casual kind of, so maybe there must be calls like as, and then I asked, you are sitting here, who is preparing? And then she said, no. My brother is the one who's focusing on the bride stuff. Don't worry about it. He's got everything. I gave all the money that she needed, all the things that, all the logistics are sorted. Oh, okay, nami ke ngahlala phansi ke nga relax ke sesilinde vele ixesha le bride. How? Uma boke asisezukucula ngimile kangange sengize ngibhekene nengoma yami engizoyikhuluma engizoyicula phela kusasa leko ukuthi how kusasa nizotuyeba nithuyathakatha nithudla amaqandu makoti hayi boyigcina yimi lo yangase ngiready ngitshela ukuthi kusasa ngizobe ngicula uma bathi umngane hayi umabo ayasuwenzi. Hawu, okay, kusho ukuthi umshado phela usase half awungakapheleli uma ungakakufiki kulelo zinga. And then sometimes angithi I'm thinking, while I'm sitting there, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to hear maybe the family from the groom side will be singing, and now outside trying to get the attention. You know, when you are knowing how the normal, is it the normal or is it normal? Is it? But there is just normal wedding whereby after that matrimonial, then you go home, then you are alive. While you are busy crying, telling you all these things that they say, the things that is going to happen in your marriage. And then the family from the groom side would be outside singing and calling you, asking you, hey, kade sikulindile makoti. Woza, sikulandile makoti. There was no such thing like that. It was me and my friend. The same way that I'm sitting in the bed, we're just chatting as if like the high school girls. It was me here, it was her here. It was just the two of us, because even my friend that I came with, he just had to gel with the other roomies, the other bridesmaids. They just decided to be friends because they could see that we've got so much to talk and they can't even contribute. They don't understand the things that we are talking about. They were never part of us before, so they don't understand what we are talking. Now we're catching up. Yeah, Ubani. Yeah, do you remember? We'd even go and sing the songs that we used to sing, like Dividu. Dividu pura. Yimjalo nomngane msihleli empedeni. That's why ngihlela empedeni ukuze usizwe kahle lesi story. Ukhona ukubona ukuthi kwaku casual kanjani. There was even a point when my friend said to me, "Phela my friend, hayi ngifuna ukuza phela imoto yakho, ngicela nje ngifuna ungidrive, ngifuna nje ukuyizwa." Uyabona? Hayi ngithi, "Hey, let's go. Hey, ishupa kado." Athi hayi ngena, ngifuna nje ukumzwisa ukuthi cha, I'm a best driver. Hayi udriver ke, hayi bekuyinto zami. Get a motel. I can't even remember. I can't even tell. But now we got into the car and then we started moving. And nobody was saying anything or saying anything because it's something that I didn't tell you. You can't tell her anything. You can't. Not even your mom, not your gogo, not your father, not your grandfather or whoever or your uncle. Akasabi muntu. Uyasatshwa nje yena. Umngane wami ke loyo. Hayi kumuntu ozomtshela ukuthi hlala la idla lokhu gqoka lokhu yenza lokhu. There's no one who's going to tell her what to do. So if you want to be a bad side of my friend, tell her what to do and then you know. So my friend, because maybe I was very naive. Why I was so naive? Because I could have said, why are we going out? Let's go. There's nothing wrong. And then you get into my car, and then I drive her around. I remember I think we went to one of her friends, but I don't remember where exactly did we go, but we drove out and then we come back. When we come back, we're sitting now, we're starting to prepare for the wedding. Yay! We were chatting, we're even talking about the wedding, the plans and what, and that's like, "Yo, my friend, your ring, beautiful." And then he told me he was very casually just tell me, "Oh yeah, 20,000, 28,000. That was me thinking, is it real? Maybe I was naive because I was not even looking into getting married and buy rings. I didn't even know how much are the rings, but the ring was beautiful, full of diamonds. So as her dress, and then she also told me that the dress was just like, "Oh, even your dress and what." Yeah, she was just sharing how much she has spent for the wedding, yabo. And then she was even telling me about the dress. My dress was just costing 16,000. The dress. Oh, okay. Then we continued dressing up, going, and then said, "Yo," he started complimenting me about my driving and say, "Yo, my friend Nhamba now, from here going Mthonjane, you drive so smooth, you drive so nice, and what. And then I'm thinking myself, guys, I'm just driving le Ranex for to drive Makoti. But as far as we are concerned, Makoti hamba ngama Meku, hamba ngama Volvo, ngama BM. Mama, and like the real cars. And this is kind so humble now. I could not. How can you really disappoint? Oh my God, you can't. So I went with my friend. We went to Mthonjane. I told you that area is always have a lot of mist. So whenever we were going there, we actually knowing that we will go to we've already made an arrangement to say we're gonna come back and sleep here. And then she told me that Yena and their husband, they're gonna be sleeping into a guest house, which is another red flag to say, why are they sleeping in a guest house? But when I asked her, she told me that no. When I asked her about where are the family members, and then she just told me, "Abang Tandi namang batandi. I don't love them, they also don't love me, so they decided not to come, not that I invited them." Okay, two last pill. Saying it's not your size. When we get into the braai, I remember it was very cold around those time. I wonder if it was around April, May, during that weekend, wedding. But it was cold in the evening, even though during the day it was okay, but in the evening it was a really bit cold. So we got there. When we got there, it was just the four of us. It was me here, it was my friend here, and then the two passengers, which is like the friend that I came with and the other bridesmaids. So it was the four of us when we were going back to Mtonjaneni. Now we go there with the same cars that we came with the convoy, with the friends, because I remember she was calling, guys, let's go, I'm waiting for you. And then they came. My friend is always, she was dressed to the point. Oh, I remember that when we got her home, she even borrowed us some clothes, because now we could not sit with those white linen the whole time before the bride, but at least we had other clothes, but we're not supposed to be wearing those clothes before. She said, no, don't worry, keep my slippers, keep my jeans, keep just comfortable clothes that we were wearing. So later on, then we started preparing to go to the bride. Then we go to the bride. My friend Umge is always on top, on point when it comes to dress. So she was looking like Umakoti, but it was casual. As much as it was beautiful, the clothes were beautiful, but it was casual because we were going to a bride outside, outdoor. And it was very cold. And then we got there. When we got there, and then the other two passengers at the back, which is my friend and the bridesmaid, and then they were like, hey, they could not wait because the sound they bomb. And I could not wait to get out and dance and have fun. But my friend said, time and me, let's just chill a bit. I don't want to meet a lot of people outside. They're going to be asking this and this and this. And I'm gonna understand that yet to say she's Makoti, she's a person of the day. So it means that the owner of the days, everybody's gonna be asking for alcohol and this and this. Maybe that's why she did not want to get out. So we sit there inside the car. Others left, went into the bride. I'm craving, I want to be there, but few minutes later, the groom comes into the window. Remember, my friend was sitting on the other side. He knocks, and then I switch on the car and then take down the window of the side. Remember, you know, most of the cars, they will have those 4 buttons whereby you can open for each and every one. So I did that, and then I'm excited. I'm trying to compose myself now. The groom is coming. It's for the first time that I meet this guy. He's about to introduce himself. Now I'm ready to introduce myself. Who am I in the midst of this woman that he's getting married to? Guy did not say much, did not even greet, did not say anything. He just came and said, gay, can we just talk? Can I just talk to you? Yeah. Gay just said, okay, fine, yes. The only thing that she said, yeah, yes. And then she closed the window and pushed the seat back and sit down. I'm looking into this thing to say, what's happening? But who am I going to ask? It was just confusing. Okay, these people just got married, they're already fighting. But I'm thinking, it's one of those, like those married people. Maybe there's something that they are arguing about. But I'm also having all my reservations to say, this guy has not called, they have not been speaking. What is happening? Like, there were so many questions that I had in my mind, but I could not ask. There was no time to ask. And there was no one to ask except for my friend to tell me exactly what is going on. You get me? So now, after 15 minutes, I asked my friend, hey, boy, you haven't gone to the lawyer. Please go. I'm dinner. Huh? When's we have dinner? And then the guy comes back again. Go. Can we talk? I don't know. I'm still busy bonding with my friend. Do you know who's the friend? Him, the friend that he's bonding with. And now he doesn't want to talk to the husband because he's bonding with me. Oh, I'm like, no, you can go and talk. And then I'm not saying anything when the guy is still here. I keep quiet until he leaves. And then I ask her when she's going, please go. Alright. But what do you mean? You just got married today with this guy. And then he was like, you know why? I don't think that I wanted to get married. I just wanted to get married so that I can spite my ex, because he's also getting married next month. My friend. But he was just telling me that in confidence. I kept quiet. I'm shocked. I don't know what to say, what to do. And then the next thing, now it's late. We're now going back. We sat in the car up until the time when I wanted to eat. Then I said, I'm hungry. Manje, I want that braai meat. I went out, got that plate, come back. We were sitting in the car the whole night in a braai that he organized. People are dancing, are having fun. They don't even know. They don't know where Makoti is. Makoti is inside the black, small Run X car. He sat down there, and then later on we went back to his mom's house. I'm still very confused because he said to me he's going to be sleeping into a what do we call a guest house, a lodge, the lodge that he actually booked. But now we are going back with her. But the fortunate thing, I was tired. I remember he asked one of her friends to say he must drive us because the mist was even worse around 2 a.m. in the morning. So there was no way that I could go back home. So I was just gonna go back and sleep into her bedroom and then go back home the following day, because the very same morning we were supposed to go to Pretoria because it was gonna be Sunday, and then the following morning we were going to work. So our time was just in jail. So we went back to mom's house, his mom's house with her still. The climax. We got there and we found the husband's car outside. Then she doesn't want to go to the husband. He just opened the house. He always has her own key at home. So he opens and then we come in. I'm very confused. I just don't know what to say anymore. I am tired. I don't want to be part of this. I don't know where does this thing started and what is this going on. I don't want to be part of it. We get there. When we get into the house, we found parents, mom and papa, sitting in the couch that cold morning around 2 a.m. The four of us, we get in. They ask us to sit down. We sit down. I'm so tired. Angifuni lutho. Ngikhathele. Mommy started speaking, telling me he has been getting the calls from son-in-law that there is this girl ohamba ngemoto emnyama who has been with the bride, referring to the daughter. Now I'm the person who has been keeping from the husband. When I had nothing to do with that, I didn't even know what was going on. I was very shocked, and we don't have time to ask so many questions because he cannot be questioned anything. When she says yellow, it's yellow. When you say it's green, it's green. I could not ask her anything. I'm not talking about me. I am also talking about her parents. They also can't ask her anything. They can't question her anything. We got there. Hey, wangipha ama-salad ngithi beetroot, coleslaw, potatoes. Hey, umama wangigiva wangitshela ukuthi nginomona. I am selfish because mina I'm not married, and mina I want her daughter not to get married because mina ngidliwa. Hey, wangibiza ngayo yonke inhlambo ngayicabanga. I just kept quiet and listening. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I am tired. Ngathelwa ngama-salad. The father Shem, I can't say much because even before when I visit there, if my friend does something wrong, I was the one who was taking it. I told you from the beginning that you're always taking it for your friend. Father has not said a word. He was just sitting there listening the wife saying all these things. Mina nginomona, ngihleze ngifika ngithatha impahla zakamngani wami ngiyigqoke. Angazi ukuthi when was that, because mina bengihlala eFree State, ngihlala ePretoria, Impahla zomuntu nje angiyigqoki. Namanje nje angigqoki impahla yamuntu. Angigqoki, angibolekisi, angiboleki. Uma mina ngingakuboleka something uwazi ukuthi ngiyakupha. I'm not going to wear something that someone else was wearing. Yeah, ngathelwa ngamasathi she was just nje, she was putting us in a blanket. I'm sure the other friends who will come and take the clothes and what to touch. Wasiwangigoqa ke mina wangifaka iblanket ngathatha amaqala abo bonke ngaze ngamnqala ngathatha amaqala ngathi ngangujese emnqamlezweni efela izono zabanye abantu mina. Kept quiet and listen and ngalalela asingalalela. Wathi ke umngani ke wafika ke nobaba wathi manje kuzokwenza kanjani? Umnge wathi mina ngisayogeza. Wahamba umnge wayogeza eside isikhathi thina lapho sibhizi siphiwa ngamasaladi. Asazi noma silale noma singene emotweni noma we were very confused whether I should go home, and then I'm thinking about the mist namagquma namajika nama yeyi. I slept there. Yimi loya. Makuthiwa wavuka vele. I think I could not even sleep. I just wanted to be home and sleep in my mom's house that morning and before we could even drive back to Pretoria. Aisha mngawahla masaladi. Kwathiwa yimi ngimoshe umshado wendodakazi yakhe yakamnge. Later on, I remember we woke up in the morning with a friend. I went to their bedroom, or they were still sleeping. I wanted to leave, so now they have to open for me to go. But there were so many people inside. Just go and say bye. I went and say, hey, Sibongile, sisi ahamba. They were fine in the morning because my friend left with the husband that night, that morning of around, I think it was around 3 a.m. when she was leaving, because she just really bathed like as in for an hour. Mina njengo 6 kwaziwa yimi kukusa when I was leaving, going to my mom's house so that I could have that few hours to sleep. When we got there very early in the morning, my mom is one person. My mom on Sunday, she lives, whether if you arrived even that morning, yeah, she's going to church. So when we got, she was about to leave for church. When we arrived there, 9, so we arrived there around 8:30. So she was about to leave, so we slept, and then said, we'll tell you all about it later on when we come back. And then we were just sleeping up until my mom comes back around 12. Then we say, yay, hayi kwangasumshado lo yangazi ngizithi kwakuyindumezulu umshado omuhle kodwa umshado wakhona waphela ngenye indlela. Then ngiyaxoxela kumama ke what happened. My mom says, but wena why are you surprised? Because uyazi ukuthi umngane wakho lo hlanye. Nami bengisabangela ukuthi nangu umuntu eyoshada ezazi nje ukuthi yena ujike eduze. Umngane wami laba abajike eduze uzothi ngiyakuthanda manje kusasa ekusela akufuna ukukubona. So ke unfortunately, I came back to Pretoria. I think months later, when we were chatting, he told me that that marriage ended up that the last day that he saw that guy. It was the day that he was getting married with that guy, because he was done. He was just doing J for the show because he did not like that guy. And I was confused because that guy I just met this guy and he can't even complain because I paid for everything. It was my money. Not even their parents can tell me anything about it. It was my money. I paid for that wedding. You know when they say sometimes you hire a man, that's what I thought that my friend did. Just hired someone, and then maybe someone I thought something is gonna go continue. That is my friend. That's Mge wami. Sometimes I still love her. Tell me what I have done wrong. Why was I accused for something that I did not do? Siningi ke itori ke mina lapho vele ngithola nje sengiphakathi kusibe u5 iphume nami into kuthiwa yimi engiyenzile. Ngithatha ngixoxele lezi itori ngiyeza naye sideke lesi story kosemba fethu. Ngiyaxolisa bafethu, asiphelele lapho ke nje story. Ngiyanicela, please do not leave without finishing the story. And if you finish the story, I will see, because you will actually make your own comments. I'm expecting a lot of comments, and I'm expecting this video to be liked by about more than 1,000 people watched because of you. You're going to share this story, you are going to like it, and you are also going to comment. And please do not leave without subscribing. And thank you so much for watching and listening for my story. Bye.